Check in the building. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all roll in the building. You know it's your boy Real Vibes TV. There in our living colors. Like up the live as on a rolling, please, and thank you, viewers and subscribers. Share out the live also. We have a lot of pressing topic to get to today. No joke about it. So on a need fee like up a live, yeah man, share out the live. Very important that you share out the live, and also subscribe to the channel. Yeah man, leave a like on the video as well on the live stream, because we're soon about to get to it. I mean, so we have a whole heap of things to get through as normal people. The news updates in the morning, we not get the news update. In the evening times, sometimes we do the dance hall. So I know everything go already. So like up a live for me, please, and thank you, people. Yeah, all right, okay, the audio solid. So we have a lot of things to get through. Donna Thompson, big up yourself, you know, Donna. Type one if you hear me loud and clear, Donna, please and thanks. Yeah, I think the audio connects still. But big up Donna Thompson in the building, you know. As me say, we have a whole heap of news updates. So for the one that we're rolling at the building in the morning time, we are going to deal with the news updates when it comes to Jamaica and across the world. And in the evening times, we're going to do the dance hall. So subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We have a whole heap of topic to go through. You know what I mean? It's very crucial that we stay up to date in what's going on in the world, and most importantly, what's going on in our country. Remember, you know, people, we can't make them thieving politicians escape. No, we can't make them escape. Remember, see billions of American dollars them get after Hurricane Melissa, you know. We cannot let them escape. So we need to keep track of what's going on in the world and also in Jamaica. Y'all know that Real Vibes TV is Jamaican, so most of the content will be Jamaican content. Whatever that's viral in the world, like for instance in the Middle East right now, we can cover that a little bit here and there, but majority of the news update is going to be Caribbean matters, Jamaican matters, etc. So like up the live, share out the live, and we're here again. I know you all probably wondering where was Real Vibes TV for the last 5 days. I came down with the flu. Yeah, people. Yeah, man, the flu kind of mashed me up a little way. Still have a little remnant side, but with there I said speed. So big up on yourself. Mitch Rap, up mutual vlogger. How that Mitch? Yo, big up Mitch Rap in the building, you know. One of my number one supporters from them time there. Yeah, man, Bujo and Crash Out. Yeah, man, Donna Thompson, you know, so we can talk about that Bujo Bantan situation too. Yeah, man, Mitch Rap in the building, you don't know. One of my long time supporter people, so big him up as he rolling in the building. Mitch Rap, we're going for the show up on the weekend. Where you say, you outside? Where you say, outside? Man scammer Toby Wally in a Mitch Rap. Man scammer Toby Wally up there. Me can't believe so. Believe so, I say indeed with a Mitch Rap. Me lose off a scammer Toby, you know, Mitch Rap. I can't believe so, I say indeed with it. But big up yourself still. You say fully outside? Yeah, man. You know artists are doing thing. Me not gonna lie, bro. You know? The dog are doing thing. I mean, the evidence is there. So, one of them one day, a dancer win still in my G. Yeah, they say that one. Big up me trap in a building. Yeah, I surely morning segment people. Yeah, man, what if things are going over Earl? Enough things are going on Jamaica too. So, people, soon kick off it, you know. But, may I give you some topic we're going to get into today. We're going to get into this later on. So as you know, recently announced, water is officially more expensive than gas in Jamaica. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up, viewers and subscribers. So water is officially more expensive than guard the petrol station and fill up your car. I want to go on this. So. You know why it's more expensive? Because Andrew Owners go put too much tax on water. Andrew Owners go take off for himself, go put too much tax on water. Jamaica is the land of wood and water. Why for the wood? But we're dealing with political situations at the moment. But yes, people, Andrew Owners go put tax on water. Water is officially more expensive than gasoline. In what world can this make sense? I want to go on in Jamaica. What is going on down there? Something alright. Something alright, viewers and subscribers. So we have that topics to get into as well. And also, we have, the rural bus program. As you all know, Jamaican government order hundreds of them big yellow bus from America that's currently seem to be useless in Jamaica right now. They're so big, hard to maintain. So later on down the line, y'all can look for them to discontinue those buses in Jamaica. So we have a lot of things to get through, people. Also, millions unaccounted for across ministries in Jamaica. Again, it's not surprising because we know Jamaica is a very corrupt country. Yes, they're very corrupt. That is just the truth. And a one bagger topic to go through. So like up alive, Donna Thompson said, real vibes. My son said I should leave social media and go to church. I told him it's the same thing in church. Bagger bagger. Yeah, you know, I think already, you know what I'm saying, as long as you're not really leaving a negative footprint on social media, you're good. I mean, if you just tune in to social media like YouTube just to watch content and enjoy content, ain't nothing wrong with social media. You know, nobody watch TV again. Nobody listen to radio again because it's boring. So on social media, you get a variety of content. If you want to listen to dancehall, you can have that. News, it's like it's unlimited on YouTube, and the content on YouTube to watch it is practically for free. So now, man, tell your son, Dana say, social media is good for the brain once you use it for the right way. So we're gonna kick it off like this, people. Like up a live for me, please, and thank you. So right here on the screen, let's go over to the left right here. So on the left, we can see the title clearly stating how gun violence compares internationally. Number of homicides from firearms per 100,000 people in selected countries in 2023. So, me know no blind. Look at who topped the list. Jamaica has officially topped the list right there. So again, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that there's an issue going on in Jamaica right now. Because if we top the list, over Ecuador, over Mexico, over United States of America, you can clearly tell that something is not right. Again, we're so much high-powered weapon find its way in Jamaica, yeah, that need to cut down. Because remember, we only have a small population. That's why we top the list, because we only have a population of like what, under 3 million people. Yet still, when it comes to firearm homicides, we top the list. Again, there's a lot to be done in Jamaica before Jamaica can truly experience its greatest days. A lot is going to be need to happen. Yeah, whole heap of things, policies have to go change, a lot of facilities have to go build up. You know what I mean? As y'all know, I'm always saying we need a mega prison in Jamaica for sure, because the truth of the story is a lot of people is not going to change. Yeah, a lot of people is not going to change. Because at this point, a lot of this crime we are going on in Jamaica is generational. That's just the truth. We said that him say, me love too much Gaza, Jaja. I say, come on, you have to just say, I want life, so you have to just enjoy it, Dana. So, yeah, man, a whole lot of things is going to be needed to change in Jamaica, people. A lot of things is going to be need to change before Jamaica experience true prosperity. So let's read this article right here. Let's hear what this article have to say. Like up, live, share, and subscribe.
An international comparison of firearm-related homicides has placed Jamaica at the top of a troubling global ranking, highlighting the country's ongoing struggle with gun violence. According to data compiled from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime and the UN Population Division, Jamaica recorded 41.9 firearm-related homicides per 100,000 people in 2023, the highest among the countries listed. Jamaica's rate is not only the highest in the dataset, but significantly ahead of the next closest country, Ecuador, which recorded 39.5 per 100,000. Other countries in the Americas show a sharp drop-off. Mexico, 17.2, United States, 4.4, Chile, 3.3, Argentina, 2.6. Even within the same hemisphere, the disparity is striking. Jamaica's rate is nearly 10 times higher than the United States and more than 20 times higher than Chile. While the chart presents raw numbers, the underlying causes are complex. In Jamaica's case, experts often point to the influence of organized crime networks, illegal firearms trafficking, socio-economic inequality, community level conflicts. The island's geography and proximity to major drug trafficking routes have also been cited as contributing factors. Meanwhile, countries with lower rates tend to benefit from stronger gun control frameworks, lower levels of gang-related violence, more robust social safety systems. It's important to note that the figures reflect firearm related homicides per 100,000 people, not total crime rates.
Okay, so right here then can I give us a breakdown as to why Jamaica experience so much GUN violence? One of the thing them say is because there's a lot of gang activity in Jamaica, and also Jamaica is situated in a very crucial location where a lot of gangs from different countries use Jamaica to transport their goodies and a lot. But the thing is, you have to blame a big part of this on the politicians. Me know a lot of people always say, "Yo, Jamaicans never blame everything upon politicians." No, the politicians, them, the prime minister has to take accountability. For Jamaica to top this list, again, it's kind of ridiculous. Say even over Mexico. Remember, people, when you talk about Mexico, Mexico have how much gangs down there? I mean, know that they're doing it per capita. Me understand, but come on, Jamaica should not top this list right here. Jamaica can be fixed tomorrow. Jamaica can be fixed in the snap of a finger tomorrow. But the government, they don't want to do it. Me see them a try. You have to big up to them, cause them a try. Me see most definitely say them a try fix it. Yeah. Me see them a try, but more is needed. Yeah. More resources is also needed. Because we see that they allocate money to other places when them want to get something done. We average Jamaicans, we need the crime rate to be fixed. Leroy Brown, big up yourself. We need the crime rate to be fixed. They need to start putting more money in certain departments, especially in the policing, in the JDF, for them do them work properly. Remember, Jamaica is a beautiful place. Who wouldn't want to retire in Jamaica? Who wouldn't want to spend the rest of their life in Jamaica? Nobody want to be in Canada. First of all, Canada way too cold, negative 20 degrees and all of those type of things. Renting, mortgage in Canada and all of these first world country, America, UK, you can name it, France, Italy. These countries, they're they're so stressful to live in. Cause first of all, if any of you here is in a first world country like America, UK, Canada, sometimes it feels like you're just living to pay bills because of how their society kind of set up. It's a capitalistic society in these countries. And don't get me wrong, you have a lot of opportunities, but we all know there's a top 1% for a reason, there's a top 5% for a reason, and there's a top 10% for a reason. And not everybody are going to make it. In these countries, everybody up on the hamster wheel. In a country like, say, for instance, even Canada, to be paying $500,000 for one bedroom house is ridiculous. You could go back to Jamaica and build a mansion. So nobody don't want to live in these first world countries. When I mean nobody's, I mean the diaspora, the Caribbean diaspora, the Jamaican diaspora. We don't want to live in these countries, but because the lack of opportunity and the high crime rate in Jamaica, we have to leave the country and go to other country and even somewhat of a harder life. Any Jamaicans here listening, let me tell you something. When you see these people overseas driving their Mercedes Benz, their BMW cars, don't feel jealous. Trust me, they're paying a hefty monthly bill for that car. Yeah. They're paying crazy insurance. They're paying also a lot of additives when they buy these cars. With a gap insurance, for instance, if a car crash, so the gap insurance pay off it. And also the monthly installment that most times lasts 3 to 5 years. So you Jamaicans, don't feel jealous when you see your counterpart or your fellow citizen in these first world country driving these exotic cars. Because most of the time it's a facade. Because I bet you any money, they're living paycheck to paycheck. This is facts. These are statistics in America saying that less than, they must say around 80% of the population have less than £1,000 in their $1,000 in their bank account. And that's facts. So don't feel envious of these people. Donovan Wilson, big up yourself. So we have to understand. A lot of us want to go back home. But the crime rate, like looking at this graph right here, ridiculous. How do we top this list? Why not change? I mean, it's been almost 300 years now. So again, Jamaica's a beautiful place. Me only can speak for myself. We just need the country to fix, you know what I mean? Get the hospitals them working, the healthcare systems working, get rid of the crime, cut down the crime. Cause there's no point us moving back to Jamaica if when time we buy a nice car or we dress nice or buy a little chain, we're gonna get robbed or possibly killed. Cause life in Jamaica, you know value nothing. I mean the chart is right in front of the face. Look on the screen. Again, Jamaica top the chart. Kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Real vibes, government and their friends, family, you name it, they all benefit from crime and then just a put on a face. Yeah, and it's clear, Dana. It's very clear because looking at the chart again, you can't fathom it. I mean, when since Jamaica become like this, I know the statistics is from 2023, but this is way too high. I mean, Andrew Holness has been in power for the last what 10 years or so, and come on, bro. Me know them are trying to fix the crime rate now, but more is needed. More is most definitely needed. Like up a life for me, people. You don't know this is the news updates, world slash Jamaica news updates. So we're just gonna be going through some article today. So we're gonna leave this one right here. Yeah. So again, the chart says a lot right here. So where we gonna go next? Where we gonna go next? Okay. So there are currently some property scams going on in Jamaica. Again, one of the reasons why a lot of people don't want to move back down there, because in every industry in Jamaica, there's scam. So they must say the Realtor Association of Jamaica is issuing an urgent advisory to the public to exercise discernment and caution when engaging in real estate transaction. This warning follows a sophisticated fraudulent scheme involving the theft and alteration of official real estate signage and association, said in a press release. Yeah, so this might be not that big on the scale, but again, a lot of people overseas we are buy property, send them money back home, think them a deal with real people like realtors, and then them come back home and can't see them house, them get scammed. Some of these liars too, like liars in Jamaica are scammers. So it's just like the whole country need a clean. Yeah, the whole country need a clean, man. Yeah, the whole country need a complete cleaning from top to bottom. Why? So, as you can see, people, Jamaica need a whole heap of things to fix, So, not only the healthcare system is bad, a lot of things wrong with the country, you know. But we have time to see what going to change. Again, Andrew Owen say in the on a mission to change the country, so we have to see what going on. Okay, hold on the people. I know the screen kind of black right now, but we're gonna put it back on a sec. Okay. So we wanna point out this article right here as well, we're gonna point out this article right here for a second. So right here, this is Flatbridge. So again, another person lose them life in Flatbridge. Again, this bridge have claimed a lot of young people life and life in general. A lot of Jamaicans lose them life on the bridge. Somebody explained to me why take the government so long to fix it. Is it because they want more people use the toll road? Me hear them say one at a time that, oh, this bridge is unfixable. If them try to fix it, the water will just wash with the new bridge. That's lies. They just don't want to invest the money. Me I bet you no any money. If they come together and say, okay, we're gonna turn flat bridge in like a toll, the bridge will build next month. I will if a Chinese in a country. And trust me, them can build a bridge. Some big bridge will stretch from Yasoga, New York in a less than a year. And you tell me say them can come up with funds and them not have the expertise in a country to get this bridge fixed. And at this point, this bridge need to be replaced. This is a health hazard. This is a health hazard for the citizens of Jamaica. I want to understand this, people. This bridge right here is called Flat Bridge. This bridge has claimed a lot of lives over the year. So we can see a 17-year-old found in the river after minivan crash today. It was his 18th birthday. So the river has claimed another life. And a matter of fact, I wouldn't even say the river, I would say the bridge. So it's either them not want to do it or they can't do it. Simple. Why do we live in a country where you can clearly see this river is a very aggressive river and the bridge has no protection on it when a lot of the citizens of the country use this bridge right here? Everybody know about flat bridge. And I do understand that a lot of the citizens use it because they don't want to pay the toll. But guess what? I know everybody has toll money for play. What if you have your business and you have your shoot back on forefront town? You cannot pay so much money in a toll money. And that toll, matter of fact, yeah, that toll need to be cheaper too, because I'll be a thief around it. Then I big up yourself, you know. So right here we can clearly see another example of how the Jamaican government neglect its citizens. Because again, they can build a bridge. They can. But them just don't want to do it. They're going to make up a million excuses and say, oh, there's no point building a new bridge because it's just going to get damaged again and washed away. But then if you understand that the people's lives are more important, again, a lot of people use this bridge on a daily basis. This coming like worse than a third world country. And Jamaica has a lot of money, a lot of investment, a lot of smart minds. And them have a whole heap of links with the Chinese where they can make one phone call to the Chinese and they come up with a plan and get a proper bridge built. And again, them and them short-sightedness, they don't understand that once you fix the infrastructure of the country are going to even become better. Because again, they want to put a tool, you say, no. It's just because them fear what going to happen, so the people are going to revolt. That's why they don't want to put a tool. But trust and believe, if they wanted to fix this bridge, they could. It's very common sense. It's common sense. They just don't want to fix it. This bridge has been in Jamaica for hundreds of years. And all know. You know how much people lose them life off of this bridge? Matter of fact, people, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to Google it. Yeah, I feel like I need that facts right now. I'm going to Google it on my other phone. So, how much Jamaicans lost their life on flat bridge? Give me a moment, people. So, how much Jamaicans lost their life on flat bridge? We're going to Google it. Let's see what the figure come back and say. Because we need to know this. Like up alive in the meantime, people, please. Okay, so they're not giving us an exact figure, but we know that hundreds of people lose them life over the years on this bridge. This bridge is a very dangerous bridge. For some reason, I don't know why are they not keeping stats on this. So they must say this bridge, So they must say it is important to discuss the flat bridge in Jamaica from other bridge disasters such as the 1967 Silver Bridge collapse in the US. Okay. Alright. We can't see no stats on how much people lost their life on this bridge right here. But over the years, from what we hear always in the news and by word of mouth, we know a whole heap of Jamaicans lose their lives over the years on this bridge. And again, why do we live in a country where the politician, the so-called prime minister, are going to neglect the infrastructure of the country, but yet still them choose to prioritize other things? We have a topic coming up where it clearly shows that these politicians are criminals because millions is missing. Millions is missing. Where the millions of dollars them gone? The millions of dollars of them thief could have fixed this bridge, Again, big up to the Chinese them. Them would have give this work. They're very good at building bridges. In a little and no time. Remember them build a tool road at Jamaica and one bag of thing. So again, we don't want to tarry on this for too long. But RIP to this young man that lost his life on the bridge. You know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, you can't blame the government. You have to blame the person that was probably speeding or unaware of how the bridge set up. No, you can't blame the people. We elect a government for a reason. For them to run the country properly and make sure we have safe infrastructure. Simple. Looking at this bridge, there's no safety rail. like, like, Dana, you see what I go on? There's no safety rail. This coming like it worse than a third world country. There's no safety rail on the bridge. So it's ridiculous. People are blaming the motorists. You can't blame the motorists. You blame the government because again, we see where them get millions of dollars all the time and they put the funds somewhere else. They just don't want to prioritize the most critical infrastructure in the country. And again, a lot of people use flat bridge because they might not want to take the toll. Flat bridge also bring it to many communities again. It's been in Jamaica for hundreds of years. Fix it. Like up a line for me, viewers and subscribers. We have 50 people here. You don't know, we are giving you all the news update. If you're new here, we give you all the weekly news updates on what's going on in Jamaica and the world. And we also do dancehall topic as well if you love the music. So big up on yourself. We're going to move on from this year. But yeah, Jamaica, fix up. Andrew Oneless, fix up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play in our video. So the same flat bridge, these are some expert divers that dive down deep in the water so they can find the young man. Again, a 17-year-old lost his life on that bridge that wasn't sustained properly by the government of Jamaica. Yeah, so this is the video of the divers finding his body in the water.
Johnny, I can't go over that, so I'm just finding via phone call.
I don't know if you missed that video, There was a mother at the scene, crying, living tears. Again, I ask yourself, why does Real Vibes TV do this? We do this for the citizens, then. We do this for the people, then. Again, why Real Vibes TV always put blame on the government? Because it's their duty to fix the infrastructure. Again, life, we all don't know where we're going after this life. We don't know where we're going. So our life should be cherished. Understand? We don't know where that young man is right now. We don't know. Some people say heaven. Some people say whatever religion you believe in. Again, life should be cherished. Again, the government know that bridge is unsafe and yet still they choose to do nothing about it. Make it make sense. So we're going to move on from that one right there, people. And we're going to go over to somewhere else because right now that they need to fix it. So again, get fixing. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Jamaican people, because it seems like we lost with fire. Yeah. I don't know if a reggae music cause it. Like reggae music loses spark also, The reggae music now no more influence on the people, People now speak about what's going on in the country anymore. Look what happened in Hurricane Melissa. Now, we hardly get any update. We hardly get any updates when it comes to Hurricane Melissa. Like, where is the millions of dollars? Matter of fact, billions of dollars that the government receive. We don't even know where that money is going, what happened to that money. We ask them that they need to build a website so that we can keep them accountable on the spending of the billions of dollars they received. So again, Jamaica/Jamaicans seem to have lost their fire when it comes to fighting for the right things in the country. So right here, so historians Wayne Chief says Jamaicans will recover from the ongoing tension with neighboring Cuba caused by the discontinuation of the Cuban medical program this month. The Holness administration announced the termination of its 50-year medical cooperation program with Cuba. This, it says, was a result of neither governments being able to agree on the terms, conditions of a new technical cooperation arrangement. In response, Cuba embassy in Jamaica accused the government of bowing to U.S. pressure on the issue. I think we all know, say, Jamaica did bow to the pressure from America. I mean, we speak about this quite a few times now. Again, Me do understand the people them when them say, yo, I right one is do, because again, Jamaica is a very small country with a very small economy. So how can we stand up to America? Knowing that if Andrew Holness didn't do what Master Trump said, Trump would have probably put 40% um, tariff on any goods going in Jamaica. And again, Jamaican economy will collapse even faster. So again, I guess Andrew Holness was just looking out for the benefit of his country compared to Cuba. And I also get the other point where people are saying that we should bow down to America, because once you bow down to them, then you're gonna be their bitch for life. And they do have a case right there. You know what I mean? I don't think America should be bullying smaller countries, because them always make it look like they must stand up for the right and righteousness, but them always have a ulterior motive. In the case of Venezuela, look, them say them go take out the president of Venezuela, say it was all about how he was treating the people, and now we find out it was all for oil. Cause now them in the Middle East, and no oil now pass through the Strait of Hormuz, so them need the Venezuela oil to sustain their friends and themselves. So again, it's never what it is. It's never what it is. So right here, they must say historians say the relationship with repair itself. So we're gonna go on to here. People are gonna be flicking through quite a few articles. Cause I remember I know the new segment. Yeah, we can't spend too long on one segment because we have a lot to go through. So health advocates says no to breakfast. When you can't make you get rid of my ackee and dumpling in the morning. None of no so-called health advocate can't make me get rid of my ackee and dumpling in the morning. Big up yourself in a classic. Me just say that what I go on to say now. Big up yourself in a classic. Manners and respect for checking on the building. Sad fam, when the issue is so easily solved. That is it right there in a classic. Big up yourself. Donna Thompson. So 50 years of friendship just gone down the drain, so I want to tell you in a classic. It's bigger than that in a car. You know, they not start recruit for no doctors yet. How are we gonna replace 50 plus doctors? Including nurses. So them say I one bag of thing, but it's like them know them never end the contract. So how them never start recruitment from early. Cause we hear them say them gonna get doctors and nurses from Nigeria and Ghana. But we don't see no doctors and nurses fly down from Nigeria and Ghana yet. You understand? So it's a tricky one. We have to wait and see again, Hashtag time. Time will tell, So they done a foolish thing. I mean, if you was gonna end the contract, at least put some contingency plan in place. So if you don't get rid of the Cuban doctors, make sure so you hire at least 25 or 30 medical experts from across the world. But we know for sure so not even one of them in Jamaica yet. We just hear I think Christopher Tufton said he's going to recruit from Nigeria and Ghana. Yeah, I think he's the health minister. But time will tell. We have to wait for that one day. But it kind of crazy, so we kind of neglect Cuba in its worst times. But a two-side relationship in us. So Jamaica, if you understand, say, just like how we turn an eye upon Cuba, one day Cuba can turn their eye on us. So, yeah, it's a 50-50 thing, man. Mm. But yeah, Jamaican government already in a classic. You can't study them. You would never graduate. You understand? Cause upon the last live, me the show say, yeah, I can't remember what the community did there now. A lot of people was outside because they can't get them appointment, can't get them surgery done. Also cannot get their medical supplies because there was a shortage in doctors. And then a couple of days after, we don't hear nothing about that in the news anymore. That's what I say. It's like Jamaicans lost their spark. People now protest for nothing again. It's just like government do something and we just accept it. That's it. Move on to the next topic. Kind of crazy, but time will tell. But boom, yeah, people. So right here, So they must say health advocate says no to breakfast, but nutritionist urges better choices. I'm gonna be fair upon that one. Even though I'm not gonna let go of my ackee and dumpling in the morning. I'm gonna be fair upon that topic. Us Jamaicans, we haven't got the best eating habits. Matter of fact, split that all across the Caribbean. Because we tend to consume a lot of food that's very high in salt content and also high in a lot of dangerous ingredients. That's why Jamaicans and Caribbean people have a very high chance of getting diabetes and certain other things. With a whole heap of red meat, we put a whole heap of season pan with food. So I do understand what the health advocate I say, our dishes what we eat on a regular basis is not the most healthiest dishes, you know. So the article I say, let me make the AI read it right here so we can get more information upon it.
Health advocate Michael Larty believes Jamaicans may need to rethink that long-standing tradition. He argues that many of the foods people consume early in the day, particularly sweetened or processed options, may be doing more harm.
Yeah, so the food that we are eat currently, is doing more harm than good. And I truth, again, yeah, I just say facts, a lot of food we eat very high in salt, which is not good long term. Yeah. So one thing there, okay. We have say orange man no say when him done over so a Cuba next. Yeah, man, I say him say no. Yeah. The orange man say once him done with oversaw, which me don't know when him go done, cause I feel like him did feel like say him did have that situation all planned out and look, it turned into a nightmare for him. But yeah, them say Cuba on the brink right now, and we soon get to that topic too. Yeah, them say Cuba on the brink right now, which any moment now, Cuba might fall, cause again, not oil na ship in that country. A back to the Stone Age, them gone, coal and wood fire and them thing there, and the people them already start to protest and whole heap of things. But Cuba is gonna be a very interesting it's gonna be very interesting to see what happened in Cuba over the next few months or years, because again, America definitely gonna go there and control everything, and it's very intriguing to see what's going to happen. Yeah, so we have to just wait and see. But Caribbean, so-called CARICOM people, if you understand, say just like how Cuba fall, only can fall too. America might come in and say, I want to run Trinidad. America might come in and say, I want to run Jamaica. America, what's like how Guyana find Wally Island start a ship isle already. Jamaica, I think right now, a drill for isle or send off some samples to see if they can start drilling for isle. America might just come in and be like, yo, I want that shit. I want the isle. So it's a very dangerous place, right now in that world, That's why I'm say, yo, the CARICOM leaders, them need to get them act together, you know. As Caribbean islands, we have to band together. Cause just like how you have a European Union, UK by itself is weak, France by itself is weak, But together, as a collective, as a European Union, them strong. Similar analogy to the CARICOM, which is the European Union version of the Caribbean. Jamaica by itself is weak, but together with Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, all of these small countries with their individual resources, them stronger together, and we can become a force for reckon with in the world. But again, these black country is like they can't figure this out. It's like they don't even understand that logic to see that the world is changing, the new world order change. China is due to become the next superpower. I want to see America a free court right now. They must start too much unnecessary wars and a whole heap of thing. And if you don't know, the oil we don't have Saudi Arabia, $1, most countries have to buy it, So once the Middle East gone, and once the power shift down in the Middle East, America are going to take a massive L. Because when you talk about the dollar, the dollar is backed on the petrodollar, the petro oil, whatever. What heap of other things to it, but yeah. Dangerous times. Bushman Fox, big up yourself. Willie Lynch syndrome still in effect. Yeah, man. Me not understand it because again, bro, like Barbados have like what, 200,000 people? We have like 3 million. Guyana probably have 300,000 people. Why we not get together as a collective? A whole heap of time I speak on this, Jamaica have backside. We make aluminum. We make alumina. A very critical resource in the world. You need it to make metal and aluminum, and a whole heap of things can come out of it. Because we have rich soil. Also, we can grow our own food. Why we are import so much? Trinidad have oil, I think Jamaica have refineries, and Guyana just find a one barrage whole of oil. One barrage of oil, millions of barrels of oil them find. I remember, I just name like 3 island in the Caribbean so far, You have whole heap more weight in the Caribbean, Whole heap more, Bahamas, whole heap of them, So imagine if we come together as a collective, how strong we can become. Because again, the logic is simple. It's a reason why you have the European Union. UK by itself can't defend themselves. None at all. Them only have nuclear weapon, which them never go use. Cause that's just mutual destruction. But yeah, so again, don't know what go on. As Bushman has said, Willie Lynch syndrome still in effect. Yeah, I don't know why they seem to not get the simple logic that by ourselves we're weak. You know, we start CARICOM for a reason. And over the years, we don't realize that CARICOM now have no influence in our world. How CARICOM for not have no influence in the world when the Caribbean is in a strategic location. You know how much ship pass through the Caribbean? Y'all know that Port Royal in Jamaica one of the most important port in the world, even the whole location of where Jamaica is. Y'all know how important Jamaican ports are. Imagine if we start expand it, put one on a Montego Bay, whole heap across the country. You know how rich Jamaica can become. We know the potential of Jamaica, not just Jamaica. This also these other Caribbean islands. Yeah. So it's a whole heap of potential the Caribbean have, and also CARICOM, but we don't hear CARICOM having any influence in the world, because them not stand for nothing now. We're very divided. We're also weirdly divided by the so-called culture, you know. Trinidad and Jamaica have a little beef going on, and also Barbados for no reason. It reminds me of the little beef we are going in the UK with Jamaicans and Africans. So foolish. It's so foolish. Bro, we have how much nations a fight we already. Why we are going to fight within ourselves? When we have the same skin color. When the whole was dispersed from back then. But anyway, knowledge is going to fly over a lot of people's head. Not a lot of people will get it. Like up a live for me, people. Please like, share, and subscribe. So, right here, yeah, so boom, yeah, man, Aki and Saltfish early in the morning cause a problem in the long term, and that's just the truth. And if we look over to the right here, we can see the commenters, The commenters, them right now, they not agree with it. They must say, what would that person say? Me I go eat whatever me feel. Other female here say, man, see where I go on a foreign, make we eat in peace. We soon start can't afford food. Facts. Contrary to popular belief, through programming, we should not be eating 3 meals a day. One meal takes up roughly 28 hours to fully digest. So imagine 3 meals within 24 hours. Y'all can carry on though. Yeah, man, Jamaica needs to kind of fix up his food, but this thing kind of bigger for me now, people. Jamaica has now started to import more, which me not like that. Yeah. Me no want Jamaica become one of them first world country where them start import all chicken, start import frozen vegetables where it's not the same. That's why if you don't realize, when I go to Jamaica, the patty don't taste the same no more. The KFC don't taste the same no more. Cause them start to import a lot of frozen ingredients. Cause remember, when you import these frozen ingredients, it loses its potency, Cause remember, some of them ship you a far from all different kind of countries, and a regular, So Jamaica need to start homegrown, start invest back in the farmers them. Cause again, logics and common sense tell you we have the soil for it. We have the soil. We can't even grow rice in Jamaica. We can't grow anything with the type of soil where we have. Yeah, Hurricane Melissa go on, but the soil still there. Jamaican government just need to invest in the farmers them, but with them, them love investing in the big industries them were mostly owned by people abroad, foreign investors, private investors. Them not investing in the local man. You know, say McDonald's and KFC come to Jamaica and beat out the typical restaurant them. You don't realize that. You have a foreign company, KFC, come to Jamaica, come beat out majority of the restaurants them that was there before KFC. That was selling fries before KFC and I sell fried chicken. Cause it's not just rice and peas and rice and curry goat and them things they sell a certain restaurant. No. Well, when me there at Jamaica, I could have go to a restaurant, order some fries and chicken and that's it. I basically KFC that, and sprinkle some ketchup on the side. That's it. And if you want one burger, you could have get that too. But again, Jamaica now learn. Yeah, them learn the hard way. We can't pick up foreign habits. Me also say them have a vending machine for KFC. Vending machine, them have for KFC now in Jamaica, You can't make it up. So again, we can't move like these first world country. We have to keep certain things local, especially when it comes to with food system. No, we can't import everything. We have a homegrown. Again, remember the days then when Jamaica needed import a lot of chicken. No. homegrown chicken them. Remember the days them my granny used to, raise a whole heap of fowl and then go KFC, go sell them or go wherever, go sell them. Nowadays, nobody now raise chicken in Jamaica again. One or a few people are do it, but in general, people don't do that anymore. So again, we're gonna need somebody to stand up for our culture, stand up for our country, or else country are going to drain. You know? Owned by China and owned by private and foreign investors. And it's definitely heading directly in that route. Remember, the IMF lend we how much billions of dollars, and we don't know how we are going to pay that back, We we have to go sell out some shares out of backside and sell out a whole heap more infrastructure that we already sell out, right? Yeah. Because these people are going to want everything in our country for them billions of dollars that they loan us during Hurricane Melissa. Like up life, people. For real, only with unity and togetherness we can make our voice and action see and heard. Yeah, man. A fox, man. But at a food thing, people don't want to tarry too long on that. Alright. What we are going to go next? Alright. So, Mark Golding. I'm saying, people, some of them politicians, whether I'm Mark or Andrew, I don't trust none of them, I can hear him myself via so one time.
Oh my God, his words were utterly false. Utterly false. Under his watch, as Minister with responsibility for NHT, because NHT falls under him, this government has passed legislation twice to extend that extraction of resources each year for 10 years while they've been in office. In fact, since they came to power in 2016, they have withdrawn $114 billion from the NHT as non-tax revenue. And this continued over that period, despite Jamaica needing to increase the construction of affordable houses by 15,000 per year to satisfy the unmet demand. And despite Jamaica having left the IMF borrowing program in 2017, they have no excuse for it. Now the government, as I've said in the throne speech, has announced that it's going to extend this again for 5 more years. That means that they're going to reduce the financial base of the NHT by a further $57 billion over the next 5 years. At a time when Jamaica's housing stock in western parishes has been decimated by Melissa, these resources should be deployed by the NHT.
So yeah, people. So according to the PNP party, they must say the withdrawal by the government of 114 billion from the National Housing Trust for non-tax revenue support over the past 10 years, and projections for another 57 billion to be withdrawn over the next 5 years is not sitting well with opposition leader Mark Golding. So what's going on right here now, people? As you know, the NHT stands for the National Housing Trust, and they must say Andrew only so far over the last 10 years withdrew 114 billion from that program, and over the next 5 they must say them due for withdraw another 57 billion. And that are gonna basically affect people when it comes to affording house, getting new house, and all of that type of things when it comes to housing. Cause remember, a lot of people take out NHT loan too, Yeah. So even the interest rate on a loan there might go up. Just think about it. Government has withdrew so much money. Yeah. Your interest rate are gonna go up. The pricing for your new house, and when you go remortgage also, it gonna go sky high. And again, there's no explanation as to why over the last 10 years them withdrew $114 billion. And over the next 5, they must say them due for withdraw another 57 billion. And this is where Jamaican politics is right now. They just do things and they don't give any explanation. But we definitely won't tarry on that one at all. Yeah, whatever things we go through. People may tell you now, Jamaica government should be studied for sure. So this is the one that we wanted to get to, people. This is the important article we wanted to get to. Like, share, and subscribe. Tap the screen twice to like up the live. So right here, is Mark Golding, which is the opposition leader, telling us that water is now more expensive than gas in Jamaica. And I don't know how this happened. This is crazy, but listen for yourself and listen to the explanation that water is no more expensive than gas in Jamaica.
Contains 500 milliliters, which is half a liter, and it costs $100 on the street or in a corner shop. 2 of these bottles of water make 1 liter and cost $200. A liter of gas at the pump is $185.
Wow.
Water costs more than gas in Jamaica.
Jesus Christ.
All right, hold on. We're gonna pull this back right here, people, so they can hear back the breakdown. We're gonna pull it back so they can hear. So as you can hear, due to how him explained, he must say right now water costs more than gas, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, Jamaica have how much water, how much reservoir. Jamaica not short of water. So why water costs more than gas? Because of the tax where the government put on it. I think in Andrew Holness new budget, Andrew Holness increase the tax on water. Why would you increase tax on water? It can't make sense. A madness. Yo, classical madness, bro.
Water contains 500 milliliters, which is half a liter, and it costs $100 on the street or in a corner shop. 2 of these bottles of water make 1 liter and cost $200. A liter of gas at the pump is $185.
Wow.
Water costs more than gas in Jamaica.
Jesus Christ.
$200 for 2 bottles, making 1 liter, $185 per liter at the pump.
So you get enough people. $200 for 2 bottles of water. And $185 for 1 liter of gas. Cause I told them back there they must say 1 liter. And for 1 liter of gas I pump $185. And for the water, 1 liter of water, it's $200. Me no know how that happened. But again, at the tax, remember say Andrew Holness just put a whole heap of tax on water. Yo, classic, this can't make sense in a no way, shape, or form, bro. How is it that water is more expensive than gas? One of the big reasons again, just to make you know what going, Andrew Holness them slap a whole heap of tax on water. This is madness. This is total madness. Yeah, man, Dana, the land of food and water. These are the things the government get away with, Because in a no way, shape, or form, in a no country, no world, this can make sense. Especially a country like Jamaica. You could have seen if this was probably true in Saudi Arabia, because them not really have a lot of water down there. But in a Jamaica, where the island is literally surrounded by water, whole heap of rivers and creeks in between, water more expensive than gas per gallon. Again, something alright. Something alright. I would have scar up. Big up yourself with a scar up chicken in a building. Up yourself in a G. You know you go already. Fully. Yeah, man. People, there's no further explanation needed right here, There is no further explanation needed right here. And me actually fact check this, Me call one of my brethren in Jamaica and he said, yeah, bro, it's true. Because again, the amount of tax we then keep putting pan water over and over again. Again, something alright. Government need to fix up, man. You can't live in one country where water more expensive than gas, especially a island like Jamaica, we're surrounded by water and have a whole heap of water. Jamaica have no problem with a shortage of water. Yeah, man. The government, them tax too much. That's a problem. They want money from the poor too much. They want money from everywhere. Because remember, especially in Jamaica, water will be consumed at a very high rate. Because again, I want a hot country. So, of course, People are gonna need water, you know. We'll have to cook food, you know, keep dehydrated. So it's just like, yeah, man, it's a crazy country. People have been saying, a lot of these things are happening in Jamaica. We have no clue what going on down there, no clue what going on. So I'm gonna say, subscribe to the channel, yeah, man. Turn on the post notification bell, cause we definitely gonna do this on a weekly basis. You don't know, we now if you dance all too. So if you love music, subscribe to your channel too. But this is mind-boggling. It's crazy. But this is literally telling us how the government is greedy. Them love tax. Them want to find every little thing for tax. Yeah. And look out for the budget, people. The 2026 budget debate, I think I could go on tomorrow. 99% I think we might cover that. Again, the reason me there for the last 6 days, people, the flu boxed me down. Yeah, man, look cool. We are running on the place kinda hit me hard. So you don't know, we have to take a look at break. SD right, I say right, real right. Now in Canada, what me there, gas is so expensive, but it's still cheaper than water. Yeah, man. So I tell you, bro. I tell you. So you say in Canada, when me there, gas so expensive, but still cheaper than water. Yeah, that's why me everybody ask the question: how is it that in Jamaica, water more expensive than gas, especially when Jamaica is the land of food and water? It can't make sense. Kevin, I say, yo, just remember, say we look about with Talawa and with faith and a just cause. Even the 21st century David can still beat Goliath. Best of people, oh Lord. Big up yourself, Kevin. No one to represent the people. Yeah, again, the way I see things running in Jamaica, something like this will happen, And it's been on video, Because them a debate this in a parliament right now, And then the next 1-2 days, it like it never happened. And the decision to tax the water in reverse, it just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. That's how Jamaica run right now. Because the people them not care anymore. We don't realize the people them not care anymore. There's no fire in the people them belly anymore. There's no more Marcus Garvey in Jamaica anymore. There's no more Bob Marley where speak on these things anymore. And I kind of blame the entertainers them too, Because you see with power come great responsibility. Sometimes, bro, yeah, me don't have no visa and cherish no visa. But an America no attack. Brother, call out your own politicians. Just like how them have JPS, I rob the people them for centuries now. I put people electricity bills sky high. Call them out. When last time you hear one reggae artist, a prominent reggae artist call out the politician, them or even sing a song and point out the corruption. I remember saying, corruption in every country, but our culture was always different where we have a certain music genre we call reggae. We always point out these things, put it in the music. Me can't tell when last me hear them put nothing in a reggae music will make sense. We literally call out the facts and show the people them the proof. Cause remember say the music do that as well, The midnight music, you can't put your facts. You can call out the wrongs we are going in the country, especially with these politicians. The most them we say, you're born a politician, boy, but they not do it like back in the days. And call out the bare-faced wickedness we are going, especially without tax upon water. But again, time will tell, but Jamaica is not on a great trajectory right now, especially after Hurricane Melissa. Remember, Hurricane Melissa allegedly put the country 5 to 10 years back, So you can imagine now, and going forwards, because we hear them say them not going to renew the contract with JPS, And if they don't renew it, more going to know what going to come next. What going to take JPS place. And also, if they do come to a mutual agreement, what going to change? Most likely nothing going to change. So that's Jamaica phone, people. Yeah. Water is more expensive than gas. You cannot make this shit up. Real vibes, the government has their goons to send after the citizens. They are afraid to burn fire. Yeah. And this is why Donna Thompson. That statement you just made is facts, The government has their goons to send after citizens. They are afraid to burn fire. And you're right, you're 100% right. This is why, me glad say me not come from no community where there's a so-called Dan. This is why me not respect them Dan in Jamaica. Because remember, all of these so-called top Dan in Jamaica, them pick them side, And if you live in some of these communities, you can't vote how you want to vote. Them tell you who you vote for. Anyhow, you have your independent choice, Yeah, man, you better not return to that community. And these politicians are known to link with these so-called Dans. Remember, you know, uno know the name, you know. Uno know where these communities are also, you know. This is why me can't respect them down here. So when people talk about, yeah man, the country, the better when Dan did run the country, better way. People couldn't vote how they want to vote. People couldn't speak how they want to speak. These Dans are no heroes. Yeah. The more them come out of the country, I best thing. Yeah. Because we know for a fact, there are a whole heap of these government slash ministers link with them just for the votes. Because again, once they live in a certain community and they run by JLP, you have to vote for JLP. You can't vote for PNP. If somebody find out, you better not return to that community. Because that is going to be a hit for you. You know, you're going to face the consequences. So, Dana, you're 100% right. The government have them goons and dans to come after people when I agree with them. And this is facts. It's 1,000,000% facts. You know? That's why I'm glad that I don't come from no community run by no Dan or no area leader. Because we can't live so. Can't live on no system. You want to see where me move. You understand? That's one thing with me can't live under no system. Because my brain never shaped so from young. You know what I mean? Me don't know when him Dan. Nobody couldn't send for my son or daughter, but Anna come call himself Dan. You must be mad, brother. As a man, you have to stand up for something. So even if me live in one of these communities, once me have a mindset when me have no Dan couldn't send for my son, no Dan couldn't send for my girl pitney. You're crazy. And a lot of these communities, you know, that go on, you know. If you do something wrong, like for instance, vote for the wrong party or whatever, them send for your daughter, them send for your son, just to punish you. But if me did ever live in one of these communities, that Dan head would have pitch off. Because people, if you understand, say them bleed the same way we bleed too. They're no more special. The only thing them have a one bag of yes man around them. Yeah. That's why we don't rate no Dan. We don't rate no violence producers. Yeah. Kind of idea, you know. No might hear a man say them buy must chop and put in a community, but if you understand, say one day might turn upon your loved one. You understand? Don't get me wrong, you know, I believe in a self-defense, you know, but come on, man. That's why some of the artists are too. Like where Chronic Law get catch from one of them things. You can't rate them, man. Brother, do it for self-defense. Don't do it for you know, push certain things in the country. I mean, I say Chronic Law do that, but me I say you have artists who do these things. Because, yeah, we might be a fan of them and but that same gun might turn upon one of our loved ones or somebody where we know. So it's a never-ending cycle. We can't help nobody. You understand? If we don't get rich, get out. Because I only 2 way out, you know? 6 feet deep, dark, or in a prison. So, yeah, man. Couldn't live in our system we have done, you know? Couldn't live in no system, matter of fact. Because that now do no good for Jamaica. Just like we are going to Mexico right now. Perfect example. You know? Jugs lad them down there run the country even have more power than the politicians them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, I hate the word done. Yeah, man, the worst thing ever happened to Jamaica. And we all know that you have a whole heap of politicians that you used to be linked with them. You know what I mean? So me tell people that Jamaica now have one thing for change, you know. Jamaica have 1,000,000 things for change. Yeah. So let's move on to this article here, people. So the article I tell you right now, you know, around 28,000 people are living with HIV in Jamaica in 2026. So you see what I go on here? 28,000 people. I look at people, you know. Remember, if we do this per capita, you know, it look good, you know. Jamaica only have under 3 million people. So 28,000 people are living with HIV in Jamaica in 2026. More cases are amongst age 20 to 39. Stay aware, stay protected. Yeah, man, they need to go into the schools and have more of those educational programs. Don't follow these first world countries. Yeah, man, these educational programs, they need to go in school and educate the kids them. Because they say it's going to stop. You understand? Get them protection. Show them how to purchase protection and even give them free ones or show them so they can go to the clinics and get free protection. Because again, you know, yeah, we know that there's an effort for ruining Jamaica by some of these upper echelons people. So yeah, we don't want this to reach Jamaica, so they have to clean this up quick and fast. And the way this are going to solve, because we don't just talk about problems, you know, we are give them solutions. They need to have more sex education in the school them, where they can educate the young kids them. Because again, according to the article, most cases are amongst people aged 20 to 39. Because you don't know, when you're young, yeah, you're not the most smartest individual. So, yeah, they need to get their act together when it comes to this. Yeah, man, if the done them, done, we can't just the done them. All right. If go over one, another part over one part over one part. Okay, so before we go, so yeah, man. So boom, pause on this for more. Like up a live people, please and thank you. Share it live also. As I said, look out for the consistency to cover out here.
Yes, man. Take my advice. You don't have no time for cry, complain, and look for sympathy from nobody. The only people who get real, true, genuine love in the world, yeah, a woman, animal, and kids. We as man, we have to just suffer that and work and just go through life and just dead with whatever stress you live with, dead with it. Continue work, my G. Nobody really too care about your dog. You see, as a man, take my advice. You don't have no time for cry, complain, and look for sympathy from nobody.
Subscribe. Yeah, man, this is some true facts. So, all of my Caribbean people, my Jamaican people, this is what a lot of the people them do when they come overseas. This is how hard them work on farm. A lot of people come up here on farm work and things like that. This is how hard them work. You know what I mean? Very labor, heavy lifting, hard work. We're not good feedback. We're not good for the body at all long term. So a lot of the people them where things say foreign is a better rose. Overseas is not a better rose, A lot of people overseas not have a nice office job, cozy in the office every day. No, a lot of people in a overseas country, them a work hard in the cold all night. Yeah, man, a freeze. Yeah, man, back breaking work. Yeah, cause me telling you, in Jamaica, you can have a piece of land and you don't have to worry about mortgage. But in a foreign, is either you rent or you have a mortgage. Because in foreign, you don't even own the land. Even if you buy a house, you don't even own the land. So again, foreign is not a bed of roses. I know a lot of Jamaicans feel like, say, yo, foreign are the greatest thing. Once we go foreign and eat that, you're going to rich off and me shout. But no, man. Foreign, the system design, so you can't have nothing. Yeah, you can have something, but in theory, if you go get a house over here where, say, a 2-3 bedroom house, in some of these countries, $500,000, $700,000. If you bring that money to Jamaica, you can build a mansion and probably have a whole heap of money left over. So in some of these foreign first world countries, they can have a scam system, because the money or the system is designed to keep you on that never-ending treadmill. That's why some people just rent, and be like, when I'm ready to go back to Jamaica, I'm going to save money and build my life down there. Because once they get on certain systems, like a mortgage system or car payment systems in some of these countries, you hook. Yeah, man, can't come off of it. So, yeah, man, a man have to always work hard, man. You know what I mean? Most definitely. All right. We'll go over here some time, people. Like up a life, people. So, we see some Jamaican citizens. Some of them have a little bit of fire in them, because enough of them, well, a few of them out for the Cuban people, because they must say, we love Cuba. Gratitude. Walk by supporters draws crowd in Kingston. So we have to highlight this. You don't know. We see a few people out there on march and make their words be known. But weirdly enough, we don't see some of these social media pages reposting it. We hear them go on. So there are a few Jamaicans out there will stand in solidarity with Cuba. I have to big them up.
Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba.
Is that?
Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba. Gracias, Cuba.
Okay, so by looking in the crowd, you can see it's morely the elderly population. You don't know them people are born in the 80s, born in the 70s. Them have a look with a fire, but if you notice in the crowd, you don't see the young people. probably say one or two, but majority of the crowd is mostly elderly people that understand the importance of the Cuban doctors them in the country. Cause remember when it comes to the elderly, them use the medical system more often and them understand the importance of having enough doctors and professionals in the system. So as we can see, so you have a few Jamaicans that come out in support of the Cuban doctors and the Cuban government, because what American done never sit well with a lot of Jamaicans, you know what I mean? You can't just come in our country and tell us to just kick these people out that's been here for 50 years. Yeah, it's not fair, you know what I mean? Because we have a long standing relationship with them. But big up to the people that are out there, I protest and I make them voice be heard for sure, for sure, for sure. All right. So we're gonna go over right here, people, showing what Andrew Owen's house look like. So this is what Andrew Owen's house look like. So this is how the Prime Minister is living in Jamaica. Yep. Living like a true king.
And you say Andrew Holness house this, you can't see it properly at all.
Yep, mansion.
And you say Andrew Holness house this, you can't see it properly at all.
Yeah, man, Andrew Owen's have a nice house down the people. And again, you can't come from the bad man route, I'm saying, if a man earn them money in the right way, nothing wrong with that. You can't build what kind of house you want to build. You know what I mean? Putting a lot of work down there too. All right. So we could go right here now, people. So this is the famous KFC vending machine in Spanish Town, Jamaica. Again, Jamaica is not a real place. I don't think I've ever seen a KFC vending machine in nowhere in the world apart from Jamaica. I've never seen a vending machine with output KFC in my life. Again, Jamaica is the only place where these things can go on. But play the video, like, share, and subscribe.
Vending machine in Jamaica. Two blood clot. No, sir. KFC Jamaica. 10 years ahead of every other KFC in the world. What on there? What when it not work? What me do? Kick it? I'm a chicken drop out. So now go lay off all of the work of them now. To ask. No, sir. Wow. KFC vending machine in Jamaica. Two blood.
All right, we have a few questions, people. We have a few questions for sure. Because here I go now. How safe is this machine? How safe is the food inside of the machine? You know, she says it's a big queue. There's a whole big queue for the KFC in the vending machine, And how often do they replace these boxes? Say you have 10 boxes that don't sell. Do they get rid of the boxes with new boxes every day? How safe is this for people's health? Only in Jamaica. I've never seen this in any other country, people. KFC vending machine in Spanish Town, Jamaica. I hope you not see the video, Watch that. I'm going to see a lot of people queue up for the KFC. Just star. Donald Thompson, only Daniel Rowley, but Jamaica is not a real place, people. I feel those rules, isn't it? All right. What is that now?
Can get at a Jamaican corner shop is unbelievable.
Half pound of rice, half pound of salt, half pound of sugar, 2 slices of bread, half cut of butter, big jill of oil,
Yeah.
mixed seasoning,
Yeah.
ketchup,
Yeah.
quarter peas,
Yeah.
cornflakes.
That is it. Stock up.
The things you can get at a Jamaican corner shop is unbelievable.
Half pound of rice, half pound of salt, half pound of sugar, 2 slices of bread, half cut of butter, big jill of oil, mixed seasoning, ketchup, quarter peas, cornflakes.
Yeah, man. Big up to the entrepreneur them in Jamaica. Them a work. Dana, where I say, real vibes, they don't see what the police F off the station who has, you know, me didn't see the article there though, Dana. Never see it, you know. Like a girl that was snatched from school by her so-called stepmom, and I never see the article still, you know. I say real vibes underscore TV on Instagram if you don't want to send me no article. Yeah, man, but big up to the entrepreneur them in Jamaica. You don't know. Corner shop in Jamaica, as we call it, the tuck shop. Yeah, man, one of the best place, man. You know what I mean? They say get your bulla, your cheese, your one bag of thing, there, man. So, boom. Yeah, we need to run just most of these articles quick and fast. So, government spends 67 billion on hurricane relief and early recovery. Jesus Christ. The government has already spent 67 billion as part of its hurricane relief and early recovery efforts following Hurricane Melissa, which devastated southwestern parishes on October the 28th, 2025. The expenditure is reflected in the current fiscal year ending March the 31st. So right here, they might tell we saying, people, they must say Jamaica spends 67 billion after Hurricane Melissa. And again, my problem with some of these articles and the government, them not tell you where them spending money upon. Remember when the situation happened in Jamaica, when Hurricane Melissa devastated the southwestern parishes, we said them need to come up with a system we can track where is the money going, where they must spend the money upon. And again, we just hear them say them spend 67 billion, but we don't see where the money gone. This is a huge problem, If these politicians are known to be scammers and untrustworthy, how can we just trust them to say, oh, we spend 67 billion after Hurricane Melissa, but where did the money go? What did you spend the money on? Like, we need these questions to be answered. And again, they need to have a centralized base. They need to build a website. We know of a lot of professionals in Jamaica that can build a proper website overnight, the way we can track where some of this money is going. We not spend the money on school program. We not build back a few school. We not build back the hospital them. We not give people free housing. We not help build back their roof. We need this money to be tracked. Because again, why do we say that Jamaican government cannot be trusted? Simple. Simple. Are you trusting too? You can't trust them, Dana. You can't trust them. 67 billion. A matter of fact, is that Jamaican $1 billion or American $1 billion? Not yet, Dana. Since that go on, I never return yet still, Yes, since that go on, I haven't returned yet, but you don't know, say, any moment now. When you return now, Dana, we can link you up though. So you can cook with a pot of soup and then ital soup there. But now, I'm not return yet, but you don't know in time. Yeah. But a regular with transverse the island, man. Regular. So we're gonna go right here for a moment, So Caribbean government leaders' salaries reveal. So for the ones that's just checking in the live stream right now, I'm about to show y'all how much is the Caribbean leaders getting, who are get the most money. So we can go over to the next slide. Subscribe to the channel. So you have the Honorable Roosevelt with 21,000 US dollar. That's cap. Honorable Dickton Mitchell, why? $34,000. You have President of Suriname with 41,000 US dollar. Prime Minister of Belize, 45,000. Prime Minister of St. Lucia, 50,000. Prime Minister of Antigua, 55,000. Prime Minister of St. Vincent, 60,000 him get for his salary. Prime Minister of Bahamas, 86,000 US dollar. Prime Minister of St. Kitts, 96,000 US dollar. Prime Minister of Dominican Republic, him get $97,000. Prime Minister of Barbados, 106,000 US dollar. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, 155,000. Prime Minister of Jamaica, him top the list, I think, 181,000 US dollar. And bear in mind, people, when you see these salaries, and just this alone them get, remember, they have the power to give them friends contract. So if something need to be done in the country and one of your friend own a construction company, you just do a backdoor deal and be like, I'm gonna make you get a contract, but make sure you put my percentage aside. So even though you see right here Andrew Holness get $181,000 a year. This is, you can get way more because of the power we hold, the power we have. Again, example, if me the Prime Minister of Jamaica and my friend has a construction company, if me need the hospital rebuild or a new school built, I'm just gonna link my friend and be like, listen, I'm gonna give you this contract, but make sure you put my percentage aside. Simple. And for the money you can't track, And also them can also open business where their own party can even give them the contract. Like I think you have a case in a Ukraine where you don't know what going on in Ukraine right now with the Russia war. And the president of Ukraine, his wife own a company will make prosthetic legs. That means if your leg or foot get blow off, you go to his wife and they can remake you a fake arm, a prosthetic leg and arm. So again, just imagine how much business, how much billions and millions she are gonna make. So I saw it works. So even though Andrew Wallace might have that salary, they get way more upon the back end by deals. Whole heap of allowance too. Yeah, they not pay for nothing. House and everything free. So yeah man, they probably earn over $1 million a year easily. Easily. Again, example, in the case of what going on in Ukraine, president of Ukraine wife, she owns a prosthetic company. So if anything going on war with the social them, yeah, she's gonna profit from that. So let's go here. So Prime Minister of Turk and Caicos, 195. President of Guyana, 212. So yeah man, Caribbean leaders them a chat on only for food. But before we move on to the next segment, people, we're just gonna reminisce on some beautiful Jamaican food. Cause when one day I talk all the while. So before we get into the other news article, just to reminisce a little bit, any of y'all overseas or over here, only can have an idea how beautiful and nice and sweet Jamaica food is.
I think people understand. Stew chicken is the most universal dish in the Jamaican.
I don't know how
palate.
jerk chicken get such a big forward when stew chicken been.
Jerk chicken get a big part because a special day.
Yeah.
Stew chicken, there's no time when stew chicken valid.
Yeah, it's good all the time.
Morning, like brother, me have stew chicken and dumpling for breakfast. And then, on a Sunday, we will have stew chicken and dumpling for breakfast, and then stew chicken and rice and peas for dinner.
For dinner, yep. Facts.
And a two different stew chicken.
Facts. They're not even going to taste the same at all.
Exactly, because we cook the two stew chicken them different.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because some stew chicken, because my granny used to show me, so you say morning stew chicken, we season everything and drop that in the pot one time. You see,
yes.
You see Sunday stew chicken,
yes.
we season that and we fry them.
You have to brown it first.
We brown them and we take them out of the pot. Special stew. So when we brown them, we fry them, take them out of the pot, put it in a one little plate, make it soak up, make the oil soak off, wash the pot there, and then we add in back the stew chicken, and we put little water.
Put back all the seasoning them in there.
And then we season, and then that is a different type of stew chicken. Now, where them call that one day again? A stew chicken is different, That's a cook down.
Yes. Big up yourself, Jadan TV. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So right here, people, quick intermission. We all see what's happening right here. Don't know what this. A bit of stew chicken, a bit of cooked down chicken with some plant up on the side, some nice yellow pear up on the side, some rice and peas. Look at that, man. What that over a corner over there, so what's that over there? That's some tomato right there. So again, big up to the rest of Caribbean island, but Jamaica have the best food, hands down. Big up to all the countries in the world, but we have the best food. UK, we don't have no food over there. Chips and fish and chips on national dish, please. You can't compare over here. So America, you have a steak and all type of food over there. A burger food and national meal. But come on, man. Jamaica has the best food in the world, hands down. Where you said that bap, red carpet for stew chicken. You know what I mean? Stew chicken if you look. Yeah, man, I saw stew chicken if you look. Look at that beautiful chicken, man. I must say though, look on the pier there. Me tell you about the soil in Jamaica, This is something I tell you, Jamaica is one of the best soil in the world, fertile soil we can grow any food. You don't know why the mangoes in Jamaica taste so beautiful. You don't know why the guinea in Jamaica taste so beautiful. You don't know why the apples in Jamaica taste so beautiful compared to any other countries in the world because of the soil. The soil in Jamaica is very rich. Very, very rich and beautiful. And also, people, look out. We're going to start cook on the channel. Yeah. So now we know, I tell you the other day, we're going to diversify. So now we're going to start cooking on the channel. Don't know, showing some meals, showing the real vibe skills when it comes to cooking. Probably, I would say a few times a month. Yes, so we're going to start cooking on the channel. So make sure say on the lookout for that also. Because we are bad cooking. Remember, so we are Jamaican, so practically 90% of man from Jamaica can cook, You know what I mean? I don't know about the Kingston man them, but I know about the country man them. You don't know already. Yeah. When it comes to cooking, yeah, have that lack.
I don't think people understand. Stew chicken is the most.
Look at that. Look at that, man. Look on the dumpling them people and the stew chicken, man. Some people love rice, but here we are going. Me's not a rice person, Me love my hard food. Yes. I want some yellow yam. I want some green banana. I want some dasheen. I want some sweet potato. I want some boiled yellow corn. Nothing where no freezer and no packaging. You understand? Me's the man like no soft food like just rice and rice with everything. No, we love them food. Yeah. Real vibes, all three them in a yard gone. Yeah, man, Dana, no jokes about it. Dana. You know what I mean? You say all three them in a, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, Mr. Youth, man, love my caramel dumpling, man. Sometimes we like just the white flour dumpling, because you don't know. Sometimes my caramel dumpling kind of tough. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Dish in the Jamaican.
I don't know how jerk chicken get such a big forward and stew chicken beneath.
Jerk chicken get a big forward because a special day.
Yeah.
Say, brother, I say him don't know how jerk chicken get a bigger forward than stew chicken. I mean, it's probably a debate we need to have, Which one better, stew chicken or jerk chicken? Or which one they can eat on a normal basis? Then kind of tie still enough people. I don't know which one have age over which one, but stew chicken are not to play with, man. Stew chicken is nothing to be played with. But yeah, man, no other countries can cook like Jamaica. That's facts. You understand? Even when it comes to a rice and peas, like big up jollof rice, I love jollof rice, Because jollof rice you can eat with anything, But still, I feel like rice and peas just complement every dish. You know what I mean? When it comes to rice and peas, you can eat it good with fish. You go good with fish. You go good with all type of meat, curry goat, anything like that. But with jollof rice, it's okay, But you can't really eat it with every dish. You understand? But rice and peas, it go good with everything. Everything it go good with. Real vibes, $1,000 a dozen for a green banana Saturday in Falmouth Market. I say expensive, Dana. 1,000. They say $1,000 a dozen for a green banana. For a dozen banana, $1,000. Man, inflation is on a different level in Jamaica, Dana. Sir.
Real curry goat is cooked over an open flame where the fire kisses the pot and the smoke seasons the meat.
Any boy we can size up when we can cook curry goat, that's how we come out. Hurry there. Forward yourself.
And the chefs, let's just say, they've been marinating themselves while the food marinates. These men might be a little drunk. Okay, very drunk. But somehow, their hands still remember the recipe better than their mouths remember their last sentence.
Yo, people, a 300 pound of curry this, 300 pound of curry. Yo, more memories than a bachelor party. Believe.
That's right. This is your boy, yes.
Don't let them fool you. This food coming off this fire, still dangerous, still legendary, still worth every drop of rum.
All the tourists that's going to Jamaica, this is the proper food. Don't just chill at the resort. This is the proper food. When you go to Jamaica and you see those vendors on the side of the road, make sure say when you get a dish. Because this is the proper food to have in Jamaica. You understand? Yeah. Food, not in the resort, but out of the resorts. When you see those vendors on the corner, trust me, those type of food, yeah, man. Never regret it. Memory. That was sticking in your memory for life.
That they drink.
Curry ready. So you know curry good, so some good meat, you know. Yeah, man. He said, Dana, yellow yam, 500, sweet potatoes, 350. Not three bad, man. Not three bad. Not three bad. A whole heap of article when I get through to, you know, people. Yeah, man. A whole heap of them. Cha, 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 cha. Yeah, man. I want to say big up to the Cuban people, them said speed now. All style Cuba confirmed talks with the US. So Cuba in talks with the US right now. You don't know. Cuba try to start out a deal, because right now it don't look good for them. They're on the brink of collapsing. But you don't know which the best for Cuba, you know, because you don't know, say, we have a long-standing relationship with them and wish all the best for the Cubans. So time I go tell you now. So the yellow man say, yeah, he wants to go on to Cuba next. So let's see. Are they going to put boots on the ground in Cuba, or are they going to work out a deal? I have to see what I go on, but it don't look good for the Cuban people them right now. So we have to kind of see what I go on, viewers and subscribers. Yeah. See what Cuban people them are saying. So this is what the Cuban people is saying. So the Cuba electrical grid has completely collapsed, leaving around 10 million people without power. The collapse follows an oil blockade imposed by the United States. Just last week, Cuban President Miguel said the country had not received a fuel shipment in 3 months. So in the last 3 months, you know, people, Cuba not received no oil. So right now, Cuba is running on reserves.
Entonces no comería esta mañana comida, comería pan otra vez por ahora por la noche y todo eso porque.
So this is how Cuba is looking right now in the night. You know, Cuba fully dark out, Cuba fully black out right now, fully dark out over Cuba right now. Nothing on going over there. You understand? Look at that. There's no lights because again, there's no oil to power the infrastructure. So right now, I'm back to the Stone Age, and this is what a lot of people should understand. In a blink of an eye, you wonder we can get pushed back in a dark age. Especially what going on in the world right now. Yeah, man, if you go and stack up on some good people, because in a blink of an eye now, everything can change. Believe what I'm saying to y'all, man. Believe what I'm saying to y'all. So right now, hopefully them work out a deal. You know, hopefully America don't wanna bully the people them and go on like they wanna run the people them country 100%. Nah. Leave Cuba for the Cubans. I mean, I like when foreign country love to kind of dwell in other foreign country matters. No, leave people in the country alone. Dana, where I say, gas rise real vibes, stop show the food, me mount of water. If you tell you now, right after the live you finish, I'm about to get some dumpling fried, you know what I mean? Some dumpling and some, yeah. I say, I'm going to fry with some dumpling and some ackee me I go do after this, man. Right now, the price of ackee, what me there right now, Dana, sky high, you know? Yeah, man, the price of ackee right now, you can't even look for ackee tin right now, where ackee expensive right now. Yeah, man, ackee they on a different level right now, ever since after Melissa, Hurricane Melissa. The price of ackee has gone sky high. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, the Cuban people, them right now, Dana, a lot them I go through, you know. 3 months, them not get a shipment of oil, you know. 3 months, you know. There's been a blockade place in Cuba, you know. So, you can see people them down there, you know, they're in their best state. Again, a darkness, them living in a pitch black. So, it just show you how some of these countries have no soul. Because what about the kids? You understand? But yeah, man. But Dana, big up yourself for passing through, you know. Big up to all of the viewers. Again, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You don't know, it's your boy Real Vibes TV there in our living colors. Big up